Rick Marks here. How are we going? Good morning. It's 9 a.m. as you're watching this. It's not 9 a.m. my time. I want to talk and look at today public speaking. And what is it about public speaking that makes people nervous? Now, okay, yes, that's a very generalized, very sweeping comment. And I know there are a bunch of people that will go, but I'm fine. I have never had an issue talking. My 5, almost 6-year-old is one of them. Has no issue whatsoever with, all those confidence aspects. And I've just spilled the beans. It's confidence. But where did you lose your confidence? Is probably the next question that you need to work out. Now, one of the best things that I love about kids is it's the fact that they're fearless. It's the fact that they don't care. It's the fact that they haven't even realized that people will make an assumption or a view or judge them as such. They haven't gotten there yet. So they're still living this like blind to other people's perceptions or somewhere along the line you decided that people's opinions mattered. And this is where I see all the time on social media and stuff, where trolls, where people come out with mean things that they say, and it's like, well, that's really mean. But then what really captures me is that the person who wrote the original thing that this mean comment or whatever was to target, they've allowed this to hurt their feelings. But why? And it baffles me. It really baffles me. And many people have said before, like, the whole thing about if you can understand a psycho, like if you can understand somebody whose brain is not quite there and like they're a mass murderer, if you can understand the mental thinking, then you're on the same wavelength sort of thing. And I'm kind of glad that I don't understand why people feel the need to be mean. I don't generally comment on many people's posts and whatnot, but the other day there was a post, this person was talking about the fact that they were learner driver, like they were the licensed driver with the learner. In Australia, that's how we do it. And they were commenting on the fact that there was this rude person on the road, stuck their finger up and blah, 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 blah. And how, this really rattled the learner and this and the rest. And it really is interesting because like you look at the comments and like some of them are really like left, some of them really right. And it got me to thinking, I'm like, and I posted this, there are a number of factors at play here. It's also what you choose to do and what you choose to teach the learner about. And I did quite a rant. And like I said, I normally don't comment on these things. I normally just scroll past and go, my goodness, another sad, soppy story that someone's going to rip into. But I don't actually know what the original they were trying to achieve. Were they just venting? Were they trying to hope that the person that was rude on the road would see the comments or see? And the reality is, and I said it before, you can only change you. You can't change me. You can't change that idiot that stuck their finger up. You can pray for them. You can wish them well. You can turn the other cheek. And what I suggested though is I said, how about you teach your learner as well from this exercise? There are idiots, there are rude people on the road. And it's how they react and respond in those moments and how they process. And this is what I'm noticing more and more. People don't process. People just, they're hot-headed all the time. They're, like even this person who wrote the comment, they're hot-headed. This pissed them off. For me personally, I would have just let it roll on. And like social media is just a crazy space. It's a crazy space where people feel either a sense of entitlement, a sense of like, how dare they? I don't know. And I kind of, again, thank God I don't know, because would have to query myself quite a bit. But yes, I led it on to the fact that it's what you can choose to do. So you can either choose to, as a responsible driver, think about the scenario, think about your learner's skill set. I see it myself. Parents go and get their kids there, the L's, and they're driving Canberra to Sydney on the highway at 110 kilometres an hour, like day one. They're not ready for that. They can't think at that. You're the responsible driver. Were their skills suitable for the environment you placed them in? And this is leadership 101. This doesn't have to necessarily do with the driving. That's a practical example. We put people, we don't adequately assess skills for a situation. We are often just trying to either get a job done and get out quick, and we've moved to this fast food style, and I've been reading about it. It's the end of the Digital Minimalist. Talks about the European versus the American thinking. The European is very slow. It's very slowed down. Everything's thought about. Nothing's rushed. And you see it in architecture, you see it in a lot of their stuff, even their politics and stuff. It's just more relaxed. And we all go, oh, to sit on the, on the side of a river all day and just sip, coffee. What a lovely life. Yet the American way is very much the internet. It's the fast pace. It's like the must have it now. And like you look at Europe. Europe are leading the way with a lot of they're reducing the hours of working. Their productivity is going up. They're focused more. Nothing is necessarily achieved by multitasking, yet we seem to live in a world thinking that multitasking, if I can be doing this whilst doing that, whilst doing that, whilst doing that, I'm going to be far more productive. No. Bring the focus in. And that's the thing around this person is like, well, what are you actually wanting to achieve? Because I don't actually think when they started out with their post thinking about what they were trying to achieve, they were just having a rant. And the reality is that, like I said, I'm not agreeing with the angry driver. I'm not agreeing with you either. I'm looking at the whole situation, and there's things that could be done better about all of it. And yes, people shouldn't be angry on the road, but if you're not teaching then your learner how to process that and either let it roll off the back or, go, oh my goodness, what a sad person, and keep moving, we then end up with these escalations where people start pulling baseball bats or guns or whatever it be, depending on what country you live in, and road rage becomes humongous because people have not been taught that there are idiots out there are assholes out there, and at the end of the day, you've just got to choose how you respond. And that's where I think as parents is the biggest part, is how we teach our children to respond to everything. A negative comment, to angry people, to frustrating exams, to studying in general. It's all how we respond. Quite often it's easy for us just to fly off the rocker and do the natural human response or instinct, but that doesn't exist because it's either learned behaviour or it's taught behaviour. Very rare sort of is there environmental, there is, but for the purpose of the argument, most of the time the kid will respond the way that they've seen you respond, or your partner respond, or they've seen a teacher respond. So we need to up our game and look at how we are in that. So think about when you're ranting or whatever, what's the purpose, where's it going, how's it getting there, and what's the lesson? Have a fantastic day. Thumbs up, like and subscribe. You'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye for now.